Peace. It's your boy Big Bruh, coming to you once again from the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. Reporting on the least of us. Reporting on our worst representation of what black people supposed to be doing. Something I gotta do, something nobody else doing. Somebody gotta do it. It might as well be me. Sad to say, one of these young brothers passed away during the crime, but you know that comes with it sometimes. Unfortunately, that's part of it. You know, you keep playing with a dog long enough, you're gonna get bit, and you can't cry a victim when you finally get bit. You can't blame the dog for biting you. That being said, we'll get right into it. Again, sad story. I get no pleasure out of it, but this is something I got to do to prevent others from possibly falling in the same trap, suffering the same fate. And I do my reporting with pride, integrity, and you know, unfortunately, this is a story that is sad, but I got to do it. Got to do it. Got to help these kids out, man, to make better decisions. Got to do it. And we're going to cover a couple of websites. This is the original, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. The other two just have some audio and visuals that I want to play for further clarity from police officers that was involved with the case. So, teen charged with murder and double shooting at Buckhead Shopping Center. I want y'all to pay close attention to the language used. Pay close attention. It's for all the kids out there that rolling with gangs and out here, you know, committing crimes together and involved in all kind of foolishness. This for you. Teen charged with murder and double shooting at Buckhead Shopping Center. So when you hear that, you're thinking that a teen shot two people in Buckhead. Number one, let's start with Buckhead. Buckhead is the crime is rising there. Of course, that's getting the attention of not only the mayor of Buckhead, but it's getting the attention of Atlanta's mayor, Keisha Bottoms. She's getting hammered from Buckhead in all kind of ways because Buckhead wants to break away from the use of Atlanta police and get their own police. You understand? So because Keisha Bottoms has been so light on crime, the police chief of Atlanta has been so light on crime that crime is increasing. So they want to break away. As a matter of fact, I might do a special. I do a show on that too, so y'all know I ain't lying. That's straight from the Buckhead mayor. He don't want anything to do with Atlanta. That's going to be something that we're going to have to discuss. I know Keisha Bottoms is already discussing it. No, she is. So to the story, Atlanta teenager is dead, and his 17-year-old accomplice faces a murder charge after an auto break-in led to an exchange of gunfire Friday afternoon outside a busy Buckhead shopping plaza, authorities said. The double shooting happened about 4 p.m. when a man returned to the parking lot of a Peachtree Battle shopping center. If you know anything about Peachtree Battle is a very affluent neighborhood. Peachtree Battles is one of the premier neighborhoods. Matter of fact, this is not the story, but let's do so you can see, so you can know I ain't playing around. You see that? You know I ain't playing around. You don't just go out to Peachtree Battle. 3,800 square feet for 1.2 million. You don't just roll out this. Ain't nobody just. You ain't just. You don't just roll out the Peachtree Battle. You know what I'm saying? 1.4 million, 9 million. You don't just run out. You don't want to just. You don't just go out to the Peachtree Battle, bro. Peachtree Battle, you gotta have some money to even get out there. I'm talking generational money. So this where this happened at. This happened in Peachtree Battle. That's why, this crime is getting so much play now, because it's moving out from the west side, the south side of Atlanta, and it's moving to the top side of Atlanta. That's where it's moving to. They're saying crime in Buckhead is up 47%. 47%. That's almost 50% more crime this year than it was last year. And it's starting to get people's attention. So back to the story. The double shooting happened about 4 p.m. when a man returned to the parking lot of his Peachtree Battle shopping center and found someone inside his Jeep SUV. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution previously reported. Police said two teens were breaking into the car when the vehicle's owner came out of the store and confronted them. That confrontation escalated to gunfire, and both suspects were shot. Atlanta Deputy Chief Timothy Peake said. Authorities have not said who fired first. I don't have a picture to show of these two young men, but just by the name Dantavious Cobb, you know he's black, period. I know this is a black teenager. And it's unfortunate, it's sad. I don't have the visual to prove it, but I'm sure Dantavious Cobb is a black man. And even if it's not, that's not the point. Dantavious Cobb, 19, of Atlanta, was pronounced dead at the scene, authorities said. His alleged accomplice, 17-year-old Coby Sr., was wounded. He got shot in the wrist. He was wounded, but managed to run away. Police believe Senior may have fired his own gun at the SUV's owner as he fled. He was later located at Treehouse Restaurant and Pub. He ran to the restaurant. Oh boy. So he was later located in the Treehouse Restaurant and Pub in Atlanta Peachtree Hills neighborhood, about half a mile away. I don't even know how they got there. Like, they didn't have a car? I see running away. Anyway, Peake told reporters at the scene. He was taken to the hospital with a single gunshot wound. The vehicle's owner was detained for questioning after the shooting, but had not been charged, authorities said. So I want to stop right here. For all who don't know, we have a stand your ground law. This law doesn't come into play here, but I'm just showing you how the laws here in Georgia work. No one has to run away. No one has to go for help. No one has to do anything. We don't have to retreat. If danger is presented to us, we can respond using deadly force. Period. No exception to that rule. If you present danger to another person, that person can respond in kind. That's how it should be. This young man, this person was a victim of a crime. He has the right to defend himself or his property using deadly force within reason. You can't empty the clip or nothing like that. But yeah, you have a person that's returning fire and he's running away. Yeah, you got the right to shoot until you ain't got no more bullets, because this person is presenting himself as a danger to your life. That's how it works, and I'm glad it works like that. Unfortunately, Dantavious Cobb suffered a fatal gunshot wound, but he was in the midst of trying to take the property of another person. Whether he was rummaging through the Jeep or he was trying to steal it, I don't know, whatever he was trying to do. You're not allowed to do that sort of stuff. If you get caught, if the owner catches you, they can use whatever force necessary to stop you from doing it. Now, of course, you cannot go overboard. You can't go overboard. You can't empty the clip, load up another one, shoot him again. The man already down. You still shooting him? No, you gonna get charged. That's why they detained the guy. And they just questioned. I guarantee you, they just questioned him right outside in his Jeep, trying to figure out what happened. They probably went into that Publix, looked at the footage, and said, "Man, go on about your business. We ain't even finna charge you, because he well within his rights. Ain't no court date, ain't no arraignment, no indictment, no nothing. That's how it's supposed to be." All of you kids, that's like, you see these kids, 19 and 17. This is why I do this show. I'm not necessarily doing this show for people my age, in their 40s, their 30s. No, I'm doing this for the little kids that's out there getting into trouble, doing stuff you ain't got no business. As you see, one young man wound up dead, and the other one shot. And guess what he charged with? Let's get into that. Did I cover that already? Yeah, he faces a murder charge. And guess what? He didn't kill the guy. He didn't kill the guy. He didn't kill Dantavious. Coby did not kill Dantavious. But he getting charged with that murder. I just did a show a few minutes ago where a young man had a gun. The 3-year-old shot himself with the gun because the young man did not have it in his safety on or did not have it put away. He got charged with reckless endangerment or something like that. He didn't shoot the little kid, but guess what? He got charged for it. Same thing here. Coby Sr., he didn't shoot Dantavious Cobb. He didn't kill him, but he got charged with it. That's how the law works here. We'll cover it. And we already know what felony murder is, right? We'll go over it. Let's look at it. On Saturday, Atlanta police said Coby Sr. faces a felony murder charge in connection with Cobb's death. The teen has also been charged with entering an auto enter an auto, possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a person under 18. So this person, he ain't have no license, and no way he could have had a license because he's not old enough to have a license. There's no way. You can't be 18-year-old around here with a gun. Not legally. You could do it. You get caught, you going to jail. Just for possession, just for having it. So I did this one. I try to do this every show. I don't want to do it every show, but I want to show young adults, teens, what comes with felony murder, being charged with felony murder in Georgia. The penalty. Well, number one, what is it? And we'll get into the penalty. Is it this one? Yeah, this one. I like the Burns Law Group. I like looking at theirs because they got it it's real plain. It's laid out. It's laid out for you. Felony murder in Georgia applies when the death results from the commission of a certain violent felony crimes, including arson, burglary, kidnapping, rape, and robbery. All right. Felony murder is applicable when someone during the commission of a felony crime, kills someone irrespective of malice. This typically applies to a situation where the accused is responsible for someone's death, but did not have the intention of killing them. That's what felony murder is. These are all the cases that it falls under. You know, person also commits a person also commits the offense of murder when the commission of a felony he causes the death of another human being, irrespective of malice. But the main thing, a person convicted of the offense of murder shall be punished by death, by imprisonment for life without parole, or by imprisonment for life with parole. You kids out here listening to these stupid rap songs, thinking you just kill folks and get them. Nah, man. It don't work like that. It depends on which one you get charged with. You get charged with felony, malice, or murder, you going to jail, buddy. If not, laying out in that chair. Or on that gurney. You going to jail for life, or you going to jail for life without parole. Period. We ain't gonna count all the rest of the stuff because it don't matter. The teen has also been charged with entering auto, possession of a firearm to the commission of a felony, possession of a firearm by a person under 18. Let's do that one. I'm trying to prevent these kids, man, from making stupid mistakes. You just walking around here with a Glock, you doggone 15 years old. Possession of a firearm by a person under 18, Georgia. See, these are things I know y'all ain't never looked at, because guess what? I ain't looked at them either. Shall be unlawful for any person under the age of 18 to possess or have such person's control a handgun. In other words, if you a parent, you can't even give your kid a firearm to carry. If you're under 18, you can have a long firearm. You can have a long gun. In other words, it's going to be a rifle, a hunting rifle, a 22 caliber, something like that, something to get some squirrels or rabbit or something like that. Yes, an 18-year-old can have that firearm, period. They can have a long gun. See, carry a long gun. You can have a long gun. A person under 18 cannot ever be in the possession of a handgun, other than maybe at a firing range, a gun range. This is education, y'all. I'm trying to educate these young kids, man. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. A conviction for possession of a handgun by someone under 18 years of age will be treated as a misdemeanor. In Georgia, misdemeanors are punished by up to $1,000 fine, up to 1 year in prison, or both. Conviction of a second or subsequent violation will be guilty of a felony. That punishment can include a fine up to $5,000 or a prison term up to 3 years, or both. Hmm? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. There are some situations where people under 18 can possess a handgun. Yeah, a hunter education course or a firearms course. Like I told you, engage in practice of a firearm at a target range, a shooting range. Engage at a competition. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but yeah, I've seen 8-year-old, 9-year-olds in those little competitions where they're just shooting, shooting skeets or whatever. Hunting or fishing, you got to have a license, um, and you got to have permission of the owner to have that gun. Traveling to or from any activity described in these paragraphs. Yeah, you could be traveling, and so if you're traveling to the fire range, if you're traveling to the go hunting, if you're traveling to hunter education, so that's the only time you can have it. That's the only time you can have a firearm. So this is why this young man was charged with the crime. I know some of you are like, well, he was charged. In Georgia, a suspect can be charged with murder if the alleged accomplice is killed during the commission of a felony. Senior remained at Greater Memorial Hospital on Saturday, but was moved to Fulton County Jail following his release. The daytime shooting brought business at the typically bustling shopping plaza to a halt and raised more questions about safety in a neighborhood shaken by the city's ongoing crime wave. The shopping center is home to a Publix as well as several longtime neighborhood shops and restaurants, including Whitehall Tavern, H&F, blah, blah, blah. The scene of the shooting is also near E. Rivers Elementary School. John Akins, who lived in the area about 5 years, witnessed the shooting and immediately went to check on Cobb when the gunfire ceased. He checked the 19-year-old's vitals, but told the AJC there was nothing he could do. It was clear he was dead straight away. Then the police was showing up. I guarantee you they ain't had to wait no 2-3 hours for that. They was there in 5 minutes. And a statement representative for the shopping center said the safety of shoppers remained a priority. Our team was on site and responded immediately and is continuing to work closely with the Atlanta Police Department. Safety of our guests. All right. So, to get some to get a video. We're gonna play a video right quick. Before we do, let's do this. I always gotta do this. All right, this is going to be for educational purposes, and I'm going to be sharing this and commenting on the video we're about to share. Those two things, commenting and reporting, falls under the Fair Use Act. All right, falls under the Fair Use Act. So let's get back. Let me play this, and then we'll conclude.
We're going back to breaking news. A man is dead, another wounded after a shooting in Buckhead. One of the victims found at a Publix shopping center. Police just gave an update moments ago.
CBS 46's Zach Summers live in Buckhead. So what did we learn, Zach?
Yeah, Deputy Chief Timothy P. confirming what we've learned from what we've been hearing from witnesses. A gentleman was shopping at the Publix here when he came out and saw two people rummaging through his vehicle. The shopper shot at the folks who was breaking into his vehicle. One of the people, they were shot here. The second person ran away, exchanged gunfire. Who was breaking into his vehicle. One of the people. Folks who was breaking into his vehicle. One of the people, they were shot here. The second person ran away, exchanged gunfire. Police were able to find that second person about a half mile from here. That person had a gunshot wound to the wrist. He's in the hospital right now, but is
Okay, I wanted to pause it right now. So you see back here, that's the Atlanta Police Department. Everybody knows, if you live in Atlanta, you know that's Atlanta. What I want to point out is, this is another thing. When everybody be talking about F the police, blah, 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 blah. If you've been in Atlanta, you know anything about Atlanta police, you know for the most part, I would say between 40, 45, maybe even 50% of the Atlanta Police Department is black. Everybody in this shot is black. That's why I would never say F the police. I'm talking about F black people. When you talking about here, now you talking about in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, or something like that. Yeah, it might be all white forces and whatever. But here, you're dealing with mostly black people. If not 50, 45%, something like that. It's you know, and that's, if you've never been here, you don't know, no problem. But for the people who don't know, the Atlanta Police Department is a highly black police department. All right, back to the video.
from here. That person had a gunshot wound to the wrist. He's in the hospital right now, but is expected to survive. Again, one person dead here. A second person in the hospital after a shopper here at the Publix apparently found two people going through his car, and he defended himself and property. Live in Buckhead, Zach Summers, CBS 46 News.
Right in the heart of Buckhead, that deadly shooting investigation in Buckhead tonight. Many of you saw this crime scene this evening right in the heart of Buckhead at the Peachtree Battle shopping mall. Police say a man shot two people breaking into his Jeep, killing one of them. And this new map here shows you exactly where the shooting happened and where the survivor who's accused in that break-in was found on King Circle, just less than a mile away. Channel 2's Matt Johnson live in Buckhead tonight where all of this took place. Matt, more violence in a neighborhood where people are sick of it.
Yeah, Justin, first there was fear from the witnesses and then came a lot of frustration today. Right now, tonight, police are trying to figure out if this car owner committed any crime at all by shooting the two men accused of breaking into his car right here at this grocery store parking lot in the middle of a crowded shopping center.
We're all getting sick and tired of this crime.
A deadly shooting in the middle of the Peachtree Battle shopping center rattled shoppers in the middle of the day.
This is where I grocery shop every single day.
Police say a man killed shoppers in the middle of the day.
This is where I grocery shop every single day.
Police say a man confronted car thieves inside of his red Jeep at around 4 o'clock and shot both of them, leaving one dead, the other injured.
And after we heard the gunshots, I saw someone run this way.
Police say the second suspect ran into a nearby neighborhood, but officers found him and arrested him near a restaurant a half a mile away.
Because of the quick response, units were able to get into the area, set up a perimeter, and able to locate the second person.
Police have not yet identified the person who died, but they say they found a weapon on the second suspect. Investigators have not said whether the man who fired the shots will face any criminal charges.
What we want to do again is get all the facts and present all of that information to the district attorney to make that determination.
This shooting happened as car break-ins in Atlanta are up 16% compared to last year, according to APD data. Shootings are also up 29% across the city.
We can't go get groceries anymore. We even drive down the car and we're worried if our cars are going to get broken into. It is getting ridiculous here.
Now, police say that second suspect actually fired a shot as he ran away. That suspect is now being treated at a hospital before being taken to jail. Live in Buckhead, Matt Johnson, WSB Tonight.
Another concerning night for
All right. I was pausing it so y'all could see the amount of black people that's in our force. And those are different people. But as y'all see, that man ain't finna get charged. Yeah, I bet the house he ain't getting charged. And now if they didn't have a gun, then maybe he'll get charged. Because he would have to prove that he felt that his life was in danger. You know what I'm saying? So, and that might be a little rough. Now, if they jumped him or something like that, then yeah, you can shoot him. But yeah, it'd be tough if they didn't have a gun. But yeah, they clearly had a gun and the guy shot. So yeah, it's that's a wrap. He ain't gonna get charged. But the overall point is not necessarily whether he get charged or not. The point is these young kids, y'all gotta find you something else to do, man. You can't be stealing from each other. Can't be stealing from folks, man, and expecting them, just to get away with it every time. At one time you steal might be the one time you don't walk away from them. Like Brother Cobb, Dantavious Cobb. Rest in peace, man. It's unfortunate, sad that had to happen to you. And I hate it happened to you. I really do. I hate it for the family. Even for Coby Sr., I hate it for his family. This is rough, man. They so young, 17 and 19 years old. Out here breaking into cars, stealing stuff. It's sad, I hate it happen. I wish, that it would not have happened, but I gotta share this news so we can hopefully prevent others from going down this path. As you see, I'm not glorifying none of this junk. I'm giving you all information that you need to dissuade you from going down this road. I'm putting up the penalty. I'm putting up exactly what felony murder is. I'm showing you how this young man was charged with felony murder after getting shot. The reason why? The person he was accompanying, unfortunately, was shot fatally. And the state of Georgia makes a determination that you're responsible, because he can't be held responsible, because you know why? He ain't here. He ain't here. So they charge you. And you going to jail. Ain't no not guilty. They might not even take a plea. Like, why would they take a plea? They don't need to take a plea. They can easily prove that. There ain't gonna be no plea deal. It's sad, man. But we gotta find other stuff that we gotta get together, y'all. Because, we gotta learn the law. That's why I go through these things: felony murder, malicious murder. I'm sorry, malice murder, murder in general. These are all separate things, but they carry similar penalties. We went over the law concerning possession of a firearm by an 18-year-old. You going to jail for a year and paying $1,000 fine, or both. You know, 17-year-old shooting, busting shots. 19-year-old Brother Cobb, I don't even know if he had a gun or not, but even for Senior to even have a firearm, that means he was willing to use it. He knew he was getting into something that could possibly lead to him using that firearm. And when he picked up that firearm, right then he should have known that whatever I'm about to do, I ain't got no business doing. So this message ain't for them. This message is for you all who are listening. Let your kids listen to this stuff. Like I said, I don't swear. I don't curse. I don't use inappropriate language. I don't use inappropriate circumstances. I don't do any examples, and I don't do anything. It's totally clean. I want as many young people to listen to this stuff as possible, man, because we gotta stop what we're doing, bro. We gotta stop this. We gotta stop this. So it's my labor of love, man, for my people. All the black people in the city. It's my labor of love. I'm on here for 40 minutes trying to reach out and plead with our own young people, man, to not, please don't go down this road. you know, do something else, man. Do something else. So with that being said, y'all young kids, man, make good decisions, man. If you get into something that involves a firearm, there's a 99.9% chance you don't need to be involved with it. If you're doing something that you know you need a firearm, 99.9%, other than going to a firing range or hunting, you don't need to be involved with it. Go find something else to do. Go hang around other people. With that, I'm gone. Peace.